Hello, and thanks for watching Magical Grunge. This video is about my spiritual experiences communicating with the energy or spirit of Kurt Cobain. I will describe things he showed me, told me, and what I felt from him during our communication. Please take what resonates. I have tried to match the energy of this video to the energy of our communication to the best of my ability. This photo is the closest I could find to the incredible forest scene he showed me during our communication. He also wanted a water sound effect in the background for this. Okay, so I will start with my first communications with him. A couple years after he passed, I had a short conversation with Kurt. The main thing I remember from it is that he asked me where I lived. I told him Arizona. He said, "That's good. Only strong things grow in the desert." And then he went on to say, "Not like where I'm from, where if you sneeze on the ground, things will grow from it." He meant that part as a joke, but I understood what he was saying. It was his way of trying to tell me that I was strong. More recently, last year, in 2021, I started doing meditations, and I was doing some with him, and this is what I got from the most profound one. He showed me this beautiful deep green forest area with this intense dark turquoise deep pond in his world. This place had a super deep peace and a stillness about it. He must really love nature and really loved it when he was here too, because I felt like this is where he meditates or it just is. That's where he is. That's where he dwells, in the spirit world. This is where his soul lives. The word he used to describe it there was transcendent. And the pond water, it was much different than this picture. It was clear, intense, vibrant, but dark turquoise. And it was slightly cold. I felt it in this vision. It was pristinely clear, and then he told me when I was checking out the water, he said, "We can breathe underwater here. It's okay to go under." So we both went under, and then he was kind of like swimming, and he made this funny face at me with the big crazy eyes, and it was like he was trying to make a joke about the Nevermind album cover. It was funny though. Now I'm going to describe how his energy, how his demeanor feels to me. Kurt is never clamoring for or seeking attention. He's not in your face at all. Like he's always stays peacefully in the background, and he seems to be fine with that. He just prefers deep peace and stillness. His energy feels very tranquil now. Sort of like the monk who goes off deep into nature to be alone and seek enlightenment. He will step forward sometimes, but he is very nonchalant about it. He feels very open, compassionate, artistic, calm, peaceful, quiet, and I can tell he was a very deep feeler. He enjoyed being around women rather than men. He really didn't like being around that many men, at least not the typical ones. Kurt's energy is very soft, open, and gentle. Not the way many men are. He was a very, very sensitive person. Because he was super sensitive, he sometimes took things the wrong way and could get hurt very easily. I feel that him and Courtney were having some issues prior to his death, but he says he took it way too far and overreacted. He said he was feeling very sorry for himself. He also says that he should have never had access to a gun. He goes, "Why on earth should a guy like me have a gun?" I think he hated guns on one hand, but he had some kind of fascination with them as well. Despite everything though, he feels quite peaceful, and he seems pretty open in the spirit world. Kurt's energy is subtle, and it's in the background a lot. But it's supportive and it's intuitive. He has a lot of good wisdom to share, and he works with people in a very chill way, it seems. He says that his feelings and emotions were very strong, and he became overwhelmed by them easily. It was hard to keep his emotions under control. He is showing me that fame really made this so much worse. He shows himself being on a fast-moving, crazy merry-go-round, and he just wants to jump off. Every time he would jump off, though, he would jump onto a different merry-go-round that was just as bad or worse than the other ones. And the stress of all of it just drove him into the ground, he said. It made him unable to function. And stress is also what was behind his stomach issues. And I'm sure, he didn't say it directly, but I'm sure that the drug use mixed with everything too did not help. So I asked him a couple questions. I said, people are still looking for someone to blame for your death. What do you say to them? And this is what he told me. He said, Courtney didn't do it. I did it. People always want to blame the rock star's wife for everything. It's so boring. She didn't control me. We were both our own people. I'm sorry for what I put her through. I get a feeling of gratitude towards her from him. He says, she was there for me when a lot of others were not. He acknowledges that he wasn't always the easiest person to work with because he could be indecisive about things and changed his mind a lot. He could be flighty and moody and irritable, and this seemed to get worse later in his life. Sorry if I've disappointed anyone. I think it's easy to believe in conspiracies about celebrity deaths because, especially with some of the grunge guys, it's hard to face the fact that they wanted to leave. They were all so cool and talented, and it's easier to believe that something was done to them by another person rather than face the hard fact that they decided on it themselves. Our mind tries to shield us from painful thoughts, and the theories conveniently give us someone to blame. The last thing I asked Kurt is, I said, will you please share a message with us? He said, please come together. I feel like he's saying this to everyone on the planet. He says, please come together. The future will be easier if we all come together now. Division will create even more adversary. And then he gives a peace sign with his hand. And that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it, and please like and subscribe if you'd like. Thank you. Bye!